Brandon here with Red Tree Builders, talking about the 4 things that really go in the cost of building your house. So we've already done one that we released talking about getting into the weeds, and it's the site conditions. Today, I've got my daughter Charlie Bryan here with me, and we're going to talk about house design and how not all houses are created equal, nor do they cost the same. We'll dive into that. Thanks for joining us. So here we are talking about the 4 things that are factors in the cost of what it's going to build. So at very early stages, sometimes we're talking cost per square foot. Then we're starting to really get into, well, what is the total budget to build? And so in this video, we're talking about house designs. At Red Tree, we've built all sorts of styles of homes. We've built the traditional arts and crafts style. Recently, we've been doing a lot of modern farmhouses. We've done what's considered mountain modern. Maybe what's even more just modern homes. And then there's the traditional. There's the English cottage, heavy stucco and pebble dash. So let's try to dive into that. So when we're talking to people, we're really starting to talk, what are you wanting to build? And a lot of times it's like, well, 2,500 square feet and this and have this in it. Really, to get a better idea of what it's going to cost, let's talk a little bit more. Is that going to be 2,500 in what style of home? Are we adding a ton of glass? Charlie. Yeah, sorry to interrupt your reading there. You remember the house that we previously lived in? It was nothing but glass. Big 25-foot ceilings, glass everywhere. Now, that house cost significantly more in a window package. It also had to have metal roof because it had a 312 slope. Those are 2 factors that really drive up costs compared to a traditional 912 roof. So then when you're looking at that, that was a modern house. Now, square footage, it was around 2,500 square feet. The house that we currently live in is now significantly more, around 3,500 square feet. But those houses, compared on cost, the other one is more expensive. So it's really driven by the design of the house. When we start looking at craftsman style, are we using huge heavy timbers? And what timbers are that? And what materials are we using? Really, all that really matters into really how we start really developing a cost. So a lot of times I'll tell people, if you're looking for a modern house, you could have a lot of open space, very vaulted ceilings, a ton of glass, metal roof. We may be talking more per square foot because of that design. Then, or if we're talking more of a craftsman style, is what kind of materials are we using? So then we're talking about a lot about what the house looks like. You know, something else I was thinking about, Charlie, in house designs, what's one thing that you love on houses?
Big decks with TVs.
Big decks with TVs. Who doesn't love a big deck with a big TV screened in? And how that deck is in the depth. And it really is designed. So number 2, in what cost, when we're starting in early stages of costing, what are the 4 factors that really adjust the cost per square foot range that you've given us, Brandon, is really the house design. And we really want to talk about what kind of style of home do you want. And when we start developing that, we really get an idea of that. So there's so many more factors besides windows and roof and the type of materials needed. There's so many others, but in our next video, we'll talk about interior fit and finish, the millwork and the details. And that'll be fun. Charlie, you love the details, don't you?
I also like painting.
Maybe Charlie will join us for that video and talk to you about her climbing wall in her bedroom.
Ooh.
Thanks again.
The painting of the houses.
You love painting. You are a great painter. Painting. What is that?
It's a unicorn.
Just smile for the people.